Hello, hello. Hello, everyone out there. We're going to get started as soon as we let everybody in. And yet, while we just have a few minutes, I just wanted to let you guys know a few things that are pretty kick butt. Um, if you haven't looked, because I've been around for a while and we've always had the holiday calls, but these holiday calls that they have lined up this year are showstoppers. I'm not even joking. Like every one of these are like a super master class, and MAPS coaches even got a chance to talk through the profit optimizer yesterday, and I was blown away. So if you haven't checked out all these calls that you guys can promote to your agents, that you yourself, your leadership team could plug into, that you could send out even to recruits that you're trying to get over the line, there are some epic, epic topics. Like today, profit optimization, or yesterday, profit optimization for teams. So missed that one. Guess what? These are going to be on YouTube. So not only do you have these to share now to make sure you're totally pouring into your peeps and connecting, there's several of these that like your leadership team would really benefit from. So think about how you can benefit now or later. Because again, these are going to show up on YouTube coming soon. Probably think of this for January as like maybe plugging your leadership team back in. And yet just wanted to make sure you actually saw these. I signed up right now with Monica Reynolds. At the end of the year, she's doing creating your best year ever playbook. I'm like, doesn't that sound like a total recharge? So I'm going to do that. So just first of all, before we delve in today, just want to make sure you guys knew that you can use these calls for yourself, and to leverage in a number of ways. And there's some really fantastic show-stopping topics here, from AI to really how to lead through all of this. And I hope you see it and you plug into whatever you find useful, because I'd use those calls as one of the things we're talking about today, which is retaining and recruiting top talent. You don't have to be the most knowing of all things as a team leader. You just have to be an excellent connector for your own agents and for the people that you're trying to attract and recruit to your brokerage. So remember, when you think of your role as a team leader, you are not responsible to teach everybody everything. Your job is to connect top agents to what they need next, for whatever they want to do next. And we're going to dive right into it today. So check it out. If you haven't, go to mapscoaching.com holiday calls, and register for whatever you find valuable, as well as share it with the world, share it with your agents, share it with everybody that you're trying to help level up. And there's like the best segue into our topic today. Now, for those of you that I don't know, I have been in the recruiting chair my whole life. I'm a recruiter. I love what we're doing at Keller Williams. Excuse me, and I love sharing it. I've been recruiting for Keller Williams since 2004. I've earned over $700,000 in profit share. I've launched and relaunched and helped many offices grow. I went from team leading for 18 years to coaching. I coach some of the best offices in the world, and I'm grateful to also lead the worldwide growth call. So I'm very involved with Keller Williams. I would say I'm a super user of Keller Williams because I've not only been here for so long, but I love what we're up to. I love what we do in our role to help people really level up their life and their business. We do more than just teach people how to get leads. We help people live a great life. And when you're really nailing the role, it's so rewarding. And it looks like that. It doesn't look like an office management role. So today we're going to dive in with some very specific things that you can do, not only to recruit top performers, but also to retain the ones you have. So again, we are always going to start with reminding you that all lead generation needs to be done in a TCPA friendly way. It's your responsibility to understand what that means and to follow the rules, including your leadership team or any VA or ISA that you're working with. So assume that as real critical in what you're doing. And yet, for those of you, like I said, that don't know me, I've been around, I've been doing this forever, and I'm in it with you. I'm recruiting actively. And today, I hope you walk away with a clear strategy that you can take action on because I'm also a coach and I want to be able to help you grow and level up in whatever way you need to in order to both attract and retain the best of the best. I have been doing this for all of my life because I'm a natural enthusiastic person. If I'm excited about something, I'm going to recruit to it. And that's really what I believe. I'm not a recruiter, I'm recruiting to what we're up to. I don't convince people to join my brokerage. I show them why they should. And I'm going to show you how to do that today as well. So let's just talk top talent. And I'd love for a few of you to come off mute or participate in chat, however you're most comfortable. But the more interaction, the better, the more fun we can have. And yet, what are some of the characteristics of a top realtor, top performer? What's true about them?
They cap.
They cap, absolutely. At a minimum, right? Because if you really look at capping, that's not a lot of money. That's like survival, right? And yet, sad but true, our industry, we celebrate that because this industry has a difficult track record. It's a high turnover industry, right? So of course, they make enough money to call this a full-time gig. What else? How do they act?
They're business minded.
Yeah, they want to make a profit. They're not doing this just to be busy. They're thinking, I'm an entrepreneur. I own a business. They like owning a business because they're an entrepreneur, right? You have to be entrepreneurial to want to do this, for sure. They move fast, and sometimes they're messy, aren't they? They're on it. So when something new's happening, they're not fighting it, right? Like AI, they're already into it, even if they're not happy about it. That's something I would say is true. So when we look at who we're talking about, we're not talking about new agents right now, you guys. We're talking about career track, full-time agents, agents that figure things out. They're progressive in adoption, they're learning based, they're usually helpful, they're leaders. They volunteer to help to grow, and they love recognition or achievement driven. They might be a little more high D. They're achievement driven. And like I said, they can be messy and chaotic. So when you think of your own agents, raise your hand if you agree. Do most of your top agents look something like these characteristics? Yes? Most? Okay. So what does a recruit look like? A top performing recruit.
Wouldn't it be the same?
Bing, bing, ding, ding, ding. You get the
Okay.
prize. You get the
Yay.
prize, Josh.
What? Thank you.
What? Josh Banker, you're the bomb. Yes, they all look the same. And that's the aha I want to put in the top of your brain right now. For some silly reason, we can give advice and help one of our own agents without any issue. But when you add the fact that they're a recruit, it changes everything in your brain. And it's so funny and it's foolish. So I want to just put that as a reality check for all of us to check ourselves at. Because that's normal and natural, but if you're aware of it, you stop acting that way and realizing your role is just about helping people. That's it. You go to a lot of training so that you can bring it back and share it. We don't make you go to all this training to be death by training, But when you go and you have a great experience and you hear from Jason Abrams and he shared this really cool thing about AI or social media or whatever, that's for yours now to share and bring back to both your own agents, those that are career track full time and able to hear, right? And able to attend and coach and be part of a full time gig, they're able to grab that and that keeps them with you. That gets them plugged in. That helps them level up. And when you're delivering it outside, it's what you do to bring people in and attract them to you and get them to actually move instead of just meeting with you. That's really something I just want to share with all of you that I took a while to learn as a team leader. Now, partly because I never sold real estate, partly because I was really young when I got started. I was 25 when I became a team leader. And I'm 51 now, so you can imagine I would looked really young because I still kind of do. And the truth is this, I had so many limiting beliefs, and once I figured this out, I was like unstoppable. And I felt very rewarded in the role because I was really making a difference. So when you think of being a top team leader and attracting and retaining top talent, it's about you just leveling up in your confidence and delivering more KW, more models, being more purposeful with coaching, and less getting tied up into the operations of the office. It's really that. It's a pivot. So to dive into that, all top agents have the same choices, your recruits and your own agents. Every year, they have an opportunity to look at their business and say, where do I fit in? So you got to remember, we have very few people we compete with if you really are being a high-level team leader. Because if someone chooses a dependent model, they still need to go hire a coach to have someone talk about their business with them or help them with their business. And if they do that, they're spending like $15 to $2,000 a month and they get 30 minutes a week. And on the other side, if they go to 100% company or digital or flat fee or limited, whatever, same thing. And yet, if you are really being a team leader that's coaching, that's high level training, that's running masterminds, that's explaining and leading through this book, you're included in the cap. Do you realize that? So when you think of your role, wherever you're at, it's easy for you just to take one level up. And I encourage you just to really think about where you're at with how well you know the company, how comfortable you are talking about just even the models, the red book or the podcast or the this or that. I mean, you have plenty to talk about. Let's be honest. There's a lot. There's a lot to us. But what do you as a leader want to learn more about, get more confidence around so that you're comfortable delivering it? Because when you get to that level, it is so much more rewarding. It's so much easier. You are by referral. One person brings in two others, and it's just momentum, and it's wonderful. And it equals high bonuses for you and your whole team, a budget maybe to leverage a little bit more in some other way. All the good things happen from that. So when you think of putting this all together, it's just connecting the dots because all top performers, your own agents or recruits, have the same pain, don't they? Now, so that it's not just me blabbing at you, let me hear from a couple of you. What are some of the most common things you're hearing as a pain point for agents right now? Let's have a couple chats or yell it out, whatever you're comfortable with. What are you guys out there? You guys are in the field right now with the team leaders typically, or with the agents. What are you guys hearing? Where's the pain? Getting buyers to write offers on their listings, showings. That's definitely a pain point, right?
I'm hearing a lot of agents are looking for community. I had an appointment with a Home Smart agent, big team, and he's looking for support. He said, I'm missing a you to help me grow my team. And when you said all these things are included in the cap, he used to be KW, left for, no cap and a minimal 100% brokerage with a fee. Yet he met with me because he's missing those things. So I
Yeah.
thought that was really interesting. And we're
Well, and
still
there's seasons of recruiting. And the season of recruiting right now, Melissa, is simply that. The independents, the messy big teams, they're all the same.
yeah.
And they
And
have
he
the
has no
same
support
pain.
there. Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So when you think about it, you have like just different avatars or different people ahead in front of you with different gaps or pain points. But when you're helping them, when you're making a prescription of what you need to help them with, when you're giving them a plan and you're being a coach, it's the same. So if I need more leads, maybe it's figuring me out, like figuring out my personality, figuring out my database, figuring out, am I going to be a prospector or a social influencer? What is my style? What books am I going to want to read? What one pagers would you put in front of me? Who should I be following that's already doing this well? So when you look at your role as a team leader or a recruiter or a coach or whatever role you're connecting them based off their gap or pain point to a solution. So there's a formula I want to share with you guys in this because coaching and recruiting is exactly the same. They feel different because our brains make them different. But think about this. Track with me here. I'm coaching you. I care about you. You're one of my top agents, and you keep screwing up with who you hire. You keep hiring a friend or some random person in the office. You keep doing it wrong, and I've watched you do it over and over again, and I care about you. So I'm going to do an intervention. I'm going to drag you to the regional career visioning class. That's in February. I'm going to make you do the KPA with me. I'm going to help you write a job description. I'm going to help you not do it wrong this time. Right? So now I'm a recruit. You tell me you can do these things with me. That's recruiting and attracting me. And then you keep bugging me every month until I join you about how you can be helping me with this. You invite me to the career visioning class that's at the region. You tell me you may even have a job description that would work for me. It's the same. But here's the funny part about it all, you guys. Let's just say I'm one of your ALC members and I'm one of these people that keeps screwing up with hiring the wrong people and blowing up my team and da 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 da. And you're doing an intervention and I've agreed to work with you this year and I'm all in. And I don't go to the class. And I blow off slowing down to write the job description with you. And I promised to meet with you last Friday and I canceled. I'm your ALC member and I've done these things because I'm busy. Is that not reality? Yeah. But when an ALC member blows you off, you're not offended. You don't give up on them. You just keep pushing, right? You keep bugging them next time you have something else that you could contribute to them. Same with recruiting. But they just ignore us most of the time, don't they? So don't lose sight of what you have to offer, okay? You guys are like professors of real estate, MBA level information that you're going to all the classes for over and over and over again, right? You know how many times I took career visioning? Bold. I had 18 ALCs, 18 ALC clinics both days. Near the end, I could have taught every class, and yet I realized that I should be bringing people with me. It wasn't just for me to go over and over and over to the same classes. I should have been bringing people with me. I should have been dragging people with me. That's exciting for an agent to be invited to a regional class. I missed that. I thought, boy, I got to go to this class again. Great, right? No, what am I bringing back? Every class, you learn something amazing, don't you? How are you bringing it back? How are you bringing it back to your next team meeting, your next ALC meeting, your next coaching session? How are you sharing it out? How are you sharing it on social media? That's really the role. And yet, I think sometimes we get mixed up in it all with all the busyness of it and all that. So just remember, you guys have so much to offer, and it's the same. Coaching and recruiting is actually wearing the same hat. It's different person in front of you, different relationship, but ultimately it's the same. So when you write a prescription, here's a little checklist I'll give you to think about to see if that's part of the prescription. So if someone really, 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 really needs to learn how to hire properly, what training, career visioning, what other class do you have that might help them? What coaching and consulting would you do with them around that? Maybe you'd help them create the job description. Maybe you'd show them all the job descriptions and kind of help pen it out with them, right? Maybe review their ad and give feedback for them. Maybe when they get their first interview, you guys have someone help them with it. Maybe your MCA or somebody. So here's a checklist. What MREA model is their gap or system? What are they using to run this play and automate their business? So there's a bunch here, playbooks, one-pagers, tools, KPAs, you guys can read, and yet you get it. It's like a little checklist. So when you are looking at an agent and you're working with them, be it a recruit or an agent of your own, and you guys are having good conversation, great business conversation and needs analysis, and you're identifying gaps, that's how you can build your prescription. And you connect them basically to our value propositions. What podcasts? Now, I want to tell you in this book, I did not realize this till recently. In the latest version, volume 3, page 69, there is a list of the best podcasts, most popular, what number they are, and the topic. So let's just say I'm someone that I like podcasts and I want, you want me to look at KW. Send me a couple killer topics that I might be into. Or if there's a real particular topic someone is into, there's definitely a podcast on that. So again, all I'm going to be doing as both a recruiter and a retainer of top talent is I'm going to be communicating and weaving this into them all the time. And again, you've got so much that you can use. It's not just the playbook. It's not just the books. It's not just the podcast. You've got something coming at you all the time. And remember, at the key events, both Family Reunion and Mega Agent Camp, Gary introduced us up to a whole onslaught of new overachieving realtors. So when you're there, those are the next people you want to be sharing and passing along to your agents and following yourself. So it kind of all goes hand in hand in hand. Make sense? Okay, so we've got a few chats. So I just want to take a break here for 1 sec and check in. Do we have anything in the chat that I missed, Graham? I'm sorry, Miles.
Looks like there is a question from Karina Stark.
Okay, yeah, she's not a team leader, but looking to grow your team. So I'm on here. What booklet was that? I'm not sure. So let me go back to screen share. And if you can come off mute, I could answer that better, Karina.
Oh, thank you. I was just looking at that one with the suggested podcasts, because I do love those podcasts.
Yes.
So which one you just held up?
Page 69, it's volume 3 of the one pagers. And there is a QR code. So I will, if you email me podcast, I will take a picture of this and send it to all of you. Because if you do the QR code, you can see them all.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, and that's awesome. As a team rainmaker, you are exactly the same as a team leader. You really are, because you have just less people. However, you, in order to stay sticky as a team, need to connect people to their sweet spot. You know, not everyone's going to do everything the same. So if you really develop your people and really get clear on what their avatar is, what their lead channel is, or lead funnel, or way of winning, where their sweet spot is, whatever you want to call it, and you connect them to that, they'll never want to be some on their own. They'll never want to leave you. So it really is quite the same when you think about it.
Yep. Thank you.
So remember, as a rainmaker or as a team leader, you are the lid to all the knowledge of all these things that we're talking about, to your leadership team, to your agents and your recruits. So when you go come back from a training, do you debrief with your own leadership team to share any of the tidbits that were really valuable? You know, do they know MREA? Do they realize how important the database is and how important it is to help an agent get plugged in? Probably not. And so I think sometimes we forget about that, and that we need to bring our people with us. You know, have your leadership read the MREA book or the rookie book. They'll way better understand how to help the people around you get into productivity, right? And if they know why they're doing certain things, they will. But if they don't, they'll fight it, right? So think about what you as a group could really kind of grow with this year. And what I really want to leave you with is it's always about leveling up. Every one of us, be it personal, be it financial, be it spiritual, be it, you know, whatever. We're all just always trying to be better. And when you can just keep life that simple in your mind, and as a leader, realize that everyone you touch, your leadership team, your ALC, your super duper tight vendors, those are really the only people that you can have a real big impact on. Beyond 30 people, you kind of fade. So, how powerful would it be if you knew what those around you wanted to work on? Your family and your friends and your work family and your top agents. And you just worried about delivering that, connecting them to that, helping them achieve that. When you do that, everything else falls in place. It really does. So think about what you need for you. It's a new you, new year ahead. Work with your coach on that. If you don't have a coach and you need a free session, reach out. We'll set you up. But think about you, because it starts with you. What do you want to gain confidence on? And we'll help you put an action plan in place. Because really, if you really want to be by referral and you want this to get much easier, it's just about leveling up in how you act as a leader. Do your agents and recruits see you as just a recruiter, or as someone that does advanced agent training, that brings great, interesting articles around and shares topics that are interesting? Or even a step further, as someone that they feel very lucky to be able to coach with. And in order to just be in this zone, it's really about how you show up. So at the team meeting, instead of creating your own team meeting, use what you have. Play a video of someone impressive that we're all following, like Lauren Lucas with AI. Go through the playbook, show the PowerPoint, have discussion. Kick off the holidays and remind agents that might like podcasts that during the holidays they should pick two that they're interested in, two topics, right? Challenge your new agents to all get the rookie book and read it over the holidays and come back week 1 in January for a book club. That's all it is. That's all being level 4 is. That's it. It's when you bring in an experienced agent, part of onboarding is that the team leader helps do the business plan and a GPS right away. That's all it is. So think about you and what you need. And these are the actions I challenge you to take. What's your growth plan? Work with your coach or a MAPS coach, preferably. If you don't have one, reach out and we'll give you some free sessions if need be to help you get your plan in motion. And then have a one-on-one with your ALC. Check in with them and say, hey, I want to help you this year. What are you working on? What's interesting to you to learn more on? What do you want to level up on? What do you want to go E to P on in your business or your life? What are we doing? What are we tackling through coaching? And write them a prescription. Make a list of the things that you want to make them aware of. Send them a couple podcasts around that topic. And I promise you, when you are in the zone, you guys will feel very recharged. You'll feel very good about what you're doing. You'll feel like an attractor. And the referrals are the reward. Cool? So, no class is good without some ahas or action commitments. And I'm curious, what resonates with you in this conversation about attracting and retaining top talent? What kind of thoughts, ahas, or questions do you guys have? Let's hear from a couple of you. Anyone? Bueller?
I love that
Headed.
it's the same thing you said, it's the same thing as your top agents. When you're meeting with recruits that are top agents, it's the same thing as coaching and prescribing your own agents. I love that because it's just a mindset shift.
Yeah. And I'm sorry that it took me so long to figure that out, you guys, as a team leader, because it did, so keep that in mind. I love that. One more.
I have something.
Okay, great.
I wrote down share something from everything. So
Mhm.
everything you go to, everything you listen to, just share it with someone.
You got it. So I just got to see Jason Abrams, and he shared two things that were so killer. The concept of making sure that every one of our agents on every marketing piece moving forward, market that they're AI enabled. I'm like, ooh, that's important. So we're working on a marketing piece that shows the real estate transaction and kind of bumps out along the transaction timeline on different ways we're using AI to be AI empowered and AI enabled. And I'm going to give that as a gift to my agents to slide into their listing packet, pre-listing packet, listing experience, whatever they're doing. So that's one thing that I'm sharing. The next is he gave us the metrics, what it takes for a social influencer avatar. So an agent that wants to get business through social media, video, social channels versus calling. If it, and the model was for an agent that's doing 12 to 20 transactions a year, he gave us the model for that and what that takes. And that I find also very valuable to share. So I'm putting something together for that. And that's just a class I went to Friday. So really, it's that, you guys. It's not like that you're like the most perfect at this book. It's like, no, use the worksheets when you're working with someone to figure out their numbers. It's not that I know every page in that book. I use the tools in the conversations. It's not just me taking out a napkin or a dry erase board and writing out. No, they want to see that this is a model, not just you making it up. Use the things you have. And again, you have no competition other than someone who's going to pay a coach outside of their office. Seriously, pretty amazing. Well, I hope you all take action. And before I do let you go, I do want to remind you guys again, go back and check out all these calls and think about each topic, like the AI one, I'm sending out to so many people that really need to take that class. So I'm not going to just send out everything. You know what I'm doing? I'm going class by class, reading about it, and then I'm thinking, who do I know that needs this internally and then externally? And then my goal is to do 10 and 10. And then I go to the next one, 10 and 10. So that's really all it takes, you guys, to be level 4. Just share better, connect better. And know that on December 11th, for any of your agents that are somewhat tech savvy or wants to continue to be ahead of the curve or with the curve, Tech the Halls is always an all-time favorite. So make sure anyone that's tech intuitive at all knows about this. Maybe even your leadership team, because the same tools and same skills you can use, in your own marketing, social media, blah, 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 all that jazz. So I want you to know that anyone that really wants to understand the whole Canva situation, that's going to be covered. So think about who needs to be here if it's not you, and who should you invite, because we really care about you. So MAPS has really taken a leap forward this year with trying to be the greatest value we can to you. And if you may have heard, for your incoming and outgoing ALC, Gary Keller had a special promo, which I heard you could probably still get access to if you don't know about this. If any of your outgoing or incoming ALC commit to 6 months of coaching, Gary will pay for 2 of them and he'll give them a family reunion ticket. So if you weren't aware of that and you're like, I think I want to know more about this, I think you have till like maybe next week and then we're going to shut her down, but because this has been going for a while. And yet any one of you that have interest, email maps@kdub.com and say, tell me about the ALC promo, and they'll get to you all the details. But it's awesome because it includes the ticket and 2 months Gary's paying for. So great way to take some of the pressure off you in plugging your agents in. So think about it. If you haven't heard about that, take advantage. We really do care about you and we appreciate you. Okay, well, have a powerful day and a phenomenal holiday. Recharge your batteries and do one thing for me. Shoot me an email and tell me how you're going to take action. Emails jessicafox@kdub.com. Would love to hear how you're going to take something that we shared today and level up. You guys all are phenomenal. So take care and thank you for your time today. Bye-bye.